Hey guys, welcome back to another Build-A-Boat video. Now today we are back with, Build-A-Boat, and yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing. It is 5 in the morning and I just can't sleep. So I decided to do a video and build a boat. Very fun. I was wondering if I can still make tanks. 4 months later, nearly a year. Okay, 4 months is not nearly a year. It feels like a lot longer, because so much has happened from whenever I quit Build-A-Boat to when I clicked play today. So yeah, let's see if my Build-A-Boat skills have diminished, or if I'm just relatively the same. I'm pretty sure I'm relatively the same. I mean, I can't really forget this stuff after playing this game for more like, yeah, 5 years just seems about right. I've started playing before 2019, I know that. So that would have been just about 5 years. And within that time, I haven't exactly mastered this game. I still struggle with circles, still struggle with, curves and stuff. And I'm just overall not good at this game. Many can agree with that. But what I am good at is tanks. I've always been good at tanks because they are simple to build. Literal just wedges. And that's it. I love it. Now, for this tank, I just want a simple little tank. I guess this can be like a little tutorial. Just like that. And we're going to shrink these down to just about, not that. Something, that doesn't look right. Here. Something like that. Now let me make these outsides just a little bit darker. We clone that. Okay, simple. Turn it like that. Move it down. Repeat the process, except do 45 this time. Now, I had a technique down. I might have to watch my own tutorial, because I don't remember how it went. I'm just gonna fix it like that. Clone this upwards. Rotate 15 degrees. But this time, you don't move it down, you clone it once. Clone it again. And just like that, you have almost a circle. Now, if I remember, it's 5. You do one of those, and then 0.5 back, I think. I don't think I did that right. Let's see. Let me actually copy this before I ruin everything. And let's see. That's not bad. Sure, just a little riveted, but I'm just gonna put a block here. Make it like that. And all the way up here. We are going to rotate this like that. Now, since tank wheels, or road wheels as I would call them, they have this little space in between them to allow the... Have I really forgotten all my tank parts? One. I would say that is good. here we are with 6 road wheels, and I'm just not realizing this is going to look a little wonky. So I've gotten rid of the other pair because I am running out of blocks currently. Surprise, surprise, I do run out of blocks, and I'm not in a server that I own. I do not own the server. I do not have insta-load, which is a pain. Okay, so we're going to copy this over. Just about there. Now this is going to be a very simple tank. I'm not going to go all out and detail this thing, but maybe I could detail it for a future video. We're going to take the both outer of the wheels and we're going to move them up 1 block. And just like that, we have both our sprocket wheel, road wheels, and idler wheels. Okay, we are here now for the fun part. Return rollers. Make sure you are level with your wheels up here and level that off perfectly. I would say just about there. Let's see how thick these are, these light bulbs. Okay, so we need to go down quite a bit. Don't really need to put these in a specific spot. Make sure you have your move onto 0.5. And just like that, we have our return rollers. Now this will be mostly covered up by tracks and side skirts, so we don't have to worry about these bad parts on it showing. Now it's time for the tracks. Now these tracks will be quite simple. In fact, I'm gonna just keep it very, very simple and leave it at like 45-degree angles. You guys can watch my highly detailed track video if you want to have more. We're gonna make these things a dark gray, not green, something like that. Go ahead and do rotate 45, click that, boom, and we're done. Well, not yet, I kind of forgot we have the whole rest of the track. Okay, we're gonna go 0.05 scaling till we do that. This is gonna be quite crude, mind you. Now, if it doesn't line up perfectly, which it won't, go to 0.01, and now you can make some fine adjustments. Just like that, you have part of your track done. Now, if it hovers like this, you can always just move your track back and then move this forward to where it's connecting once again. Alright, now we just do the rest of the track. Alright, we've reached an issue where this does not match up with that. The wheel does not match up with the tracks. Now, you can do two things. Well, you could do either one or the other. You can move the wheels to match and line up with the tracks. Or you could size this back up and try to rotate it until it matches up. doesn't line up perfectly. So we're going to have to rotate this again. I'm going to go ahead and go 2. See what that does. Just a little bit of rotation will add a lot of rotation, if that makes any sense. Now that matches up just about. It does intersect just a little bit, but it's okay. This thing is just a little small, simple tank. Okay, now that you have your tracks and wheels, I went ahead and made this a little closer, and now it is time for the hull. You have a whole bunch of lights here. Go ahead and put a little chair out here. All of that junk that you don't need will connect to that, and then you can go ahead and place this. Sure, it'll connect to one of these, but you can simply disconnect that. Now we move this up. And you know what? I think I have one of the wrong... No, this is not the jet. Okay. And just put it in the middle somewhere, and that will be just about where you want it. Now you use your chair to place this. You always want to build around the chair because usually the chairs don't fit if you don't do that. We're just going to go to that amount. I would say that looks good. Stretch these out to where they don't touch, but they almost touch. Now we're going to go to 15 rotation instead of 45. And let's go just about there. 0.1. And boom, you have your LFP, your lower front plate. Now this sticks out quite a bit from the track, so I think I'm going to push this back just a bit. All you need to do is place a block, and just like that, you can move it back. Okay, now it's time for the front plate. Okay, and just like that, we have our UFP. Very high angle for shells to bounce off. Wait. I am in Build-A-Boat. This is not War Thunder. Make sure your hull goes above your tracks. You don't want them level. Otherwise, you won't have much room within. Now I think that goes just a little high, so all you need to do is lower it like that, and you're good. Okay, now you have that done. Now let's make this into just a little bit of an opening here. All we need to do is that, copy it over a third time, put it in the middle, and that's all you need to do. Now, on my custom tanks, I like to flare that thing up and give some beefiness to it, but for this one, we're just going to keep it nice and simple, keeping it just like that. Now, we're going to actually not do that. We're going to have it square. I believe that's square. Yep, it is. Nice. We can go ahead and clone this, actually, and save up some effort of resizing. And then, this part is a little different. Go ahead and clone that. Size it down, just like that. You want to make a nice L shape. And just like that, the hole is done. Oh wait, I forgot. You need to make the walls. So go ahead and fill this in. Now that you have one side done, you can literally just go ahead and copy that over so you don't have to do it over again. We grab an old wheel. We make sure nothing is... Push that back, push that down just a bit. It'll hang out the bottom, but no one's going to notice. Make sure it is centered with the build, and I'm going to push that down just a little bit. What you need to do is go ahead and keybind this before you close it all up. Normally I set it to R and T, but normally people have it to Q and E. You also want to turn the torque all the way up and the speed all the way down to around 1 or 0.5. I'm gonna go ahead and move the chair back just a little bit. And in fact, I'm just gonna move the wheel a hair back. And that spins. Okay, that's good. Make sure, this is very important, you have a gap underneath. You don't want them connecting or else your turret won't turn. Okay, now, we take a camera, you stick it in the nose, and then just like that we have a little mantlet. Now make sure you have this disconnected. You could do a square barrel, which is very simple, and looks not bad, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead, since we've done these circles, we're going to make a circle barrel. Now, this isn't as hard as you think if you're new to tank building. You have that at the desired thickness. Go ahead and bring that all the way to the length you want. And this is just going to be a simple barrel, and clone that, but we're just going to do it a little bit, scale it down even more, and paint this black. Literally the most simple barrel you can do. Alright, I'd say that looks okay. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. And we're going to duplicate it again. And just like the wheels, we are going to move it like that. And, ooh, that does not look good. I guess you can do the effort and smoothen that out, but that does not look good. I think I did this wrong. It has been quite a while since I've done a barrel. But that'll do for the now. I will make that a better barrel in the next episode when we slap some details on this thing. But for now, that is our tank. That is a little long. Let me, actually... just push that back, make sure that's not intersecting anything. Hopefully that doesn't mess up with the wheel. I'm just going to call that good. Now you can use boat motors, but I find those quite annoying. So we're going to use old wheels. Try to get that in the center. And just like that, we're done. We can do a little bit more and push these in a tad. Go ahead and copy those to the other side, rotate that around, and we're pretty much done. Now we just need to keybind these, disconnect all of these from the chair. Oh, I guess they weren't connected to begin with. Whoops. Oh, frick. Disconnect all those. Now you select only one side. Give that, oh shoot, do I remember how to do this? E and D, W, and then S. I believe that's how I did it. We're going to set these to high torque, just medium. Now we shall turn all of these invisible to where you can't see them. Guess it's time to test out our small. Let's go ahead and try to fix that. Go ahead and get some gold blocks and connect that. Stretch it on across and go ahead and make that transparent. Go ahead and connect that. Add some collision to that so this can connect that. La da da. Okay, finally, I got it to work. Oh shoot, my wheels might be a little high. Okay, well, there's a few more issues with the tank. All I needed to do was shorten the barrel in the inside and replace the wheel. And I also made it just a little, like the little gap here, a little bigger. Because hitboxes are weird. Now, that is the turret. Steering works just fine. So, that is how you build... I'm stuck. That is how you build a very simple tank. Now, in the next episodes on this little tutorial tank, I'm going to add so much more. I'm going to make this super detailed, super grimy, you know, my normal, hopefully it'll look good, my normal, you know, tank building ways. Now, I'm really excited for this little project. It's very cute. I love it. And that is pretty much how you make a tiny little simple tank like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.